My friend Todd owes me $1. He has owed it to me for 12 months, and I fear there is little prospect of his ever returning it. I can realize whenever I meet him that he has forgotten that he owes me $1. He meets me in the same frank, friendly way as always. My dollar has clean gone out of his mind. I see that I shall never get it back. On the other hand, I know that I shall remember all my life that Todd owes me $1. It will make no difference, I trust, to our friendship, but I shall never be able to forget it. I don't know how it is with other people. But if any man borrows $1 from me, I carry the recollection of it to the grave. Let me relate what happened. Todd borrowed this dollar last year on the 8th of April. I mentioned the date in case this should ever meet Todd's eye, just as he was about to leave for Bermuda. He needed $1 in change to pay his taxi, and I lent it to him. It happened quite simply and naturally. I hardly realized it till it was all over.
Let me have $1, will you?
Certainly. Is $1 enough? I believe, in fact, I know that when Todd took that dollar, he meant to pay for it. He sent me a note from Hamilton, Bermuda. I thought when I opened it that the dollar would be in it, but it wasn't. He merely said that the temperature was up to nearly 100. The figure misled me for a moment. Todd came back in 3 weeks. I met him at the train, not because of the dollar, but because I really esteem him. I felt it would be nice for him to see someone waiting for him on the platform after being away for 3 weeks. Let's take a taxi up to the club?
No, let's walk.
We spent the evening together talking about Bermuda. I was thinking of the dollar, but of course I didn't refer to it. One simply can't. I asked him what currency is used in Bermuda and whether the American dollar goes at par. I put a slight emphasis on the American dollar, but found again that I could not bring myself to make any reference to it. It took me some time. I see Todd practically every day at my club to realize that he had completely forgotten the dollar. I asked him one day what his trip cost him, and he said that he kept no accounts. A little later, I asked him if he felt settled down after his trip, and he said that he had practically forgotten about it. So I knew it was all over. In all this, I bear Todd no grudge. I have simply added him to the list of men who owe me $1 and who have forgotten it. There are quite a few of them now. I make no difference in my demeanor to them, but I only wish that I could forget. I meet Todd very frequently. Only 2 nights ago, I met him out at dinner and he was talking, apparently without self-consciousness, about Poland.
Poland will never pay her debts.
You'd think a thing like that would have reminded him, wouldn't you? But it didn't seem to. But meantime, a thought, a rather painful thought, has begun to come into my mind at intervals. It is this. If Todd owes me $1 and has forgotten it, it is possible, indeed it is theoretically probable, that there must be men to whom I owe $1 which I have forgotten. There may be a list of them. The more I think of it, the less I like it, because I am quite sure that if I had once forgotten $1, I should never pay it on this side of the grave. If there are such men, I want them to speak out, not all at once, but in reasonable numbers, and as far as may be in alphabetical order, and I will immediately write their names down on paper. I don't count here men who may have lent me an odd $1 over a bridge table. And I'm not thinking, indeed, I'm taking care not to think of the man who lent me 30 cents to pay for a bottle of plain soda in the Detroit Athletic Club last month. I always find that there's nothing like plain soda after a tiring ride across the Canadian frontier. And that man who advanced that 30 cents knows exactly why I felt that I had done enough for him. But if any man ever lent me $1 to pay for a taxi when I was starting for Bermuda, I want to pay it. More than that, I want to start a general movement, a back to honesty movement, for paying all these odd dollars that are borrowed in moments of expansion. Let us remember that the greatest nations were built up on the rock basis of absolute honesty. In conclusion, may I say that I do particularly ask that no reader of this book will be careless enough to leave this copy round where it might be seen by Major Todd of the University Club of Montreal.
Hello my dear children, I'm Shivani, your English teacher. Students, as you all know that we have already completed our syllabus up to PT and your PT exam is also approaching. So I think it's the right time to revise all the chapters. So from today onwards, we will revise each and every chapter. So today, I will be re-explaining you the very first chapter of your literature textbook, Wind Chime, and the name of that chapter is My Lost Dollar, written by Stephen Leacock. So students, let's start the revision. My Lost Dollar is a story narrated in first person by the author Stephen Leacock. So the story is written by Stephen Leacock and he himself is the narrator of this story. The one-line summary is that he tries in many ways to get back that $1 that he lent his friend Todd for paying his taxi to go to Bermuda. So you know this story, okay? And if you still haven't watched the video of this lesson, I request you all to please go back, watch the main video of this chapter and then come back to this chapter. So that will be quite easy for you. Okay, it is made to be funny by using exaggeration on the amount $1 and on friendship. There is a humor made out in the efforts of the author, all efforts going in vain. Vain means of no use. The author picked a tale of two friends who are found in common place. The author lends $1 to Todd in the name of friendship and in kind. After Todd goes to Bermuda, he had not forgotten about it. He expected Todd to return it as soon as he could. But Todd avoids it as if he had forgotten it. After some days, Stephen gets a letter from Todd. He mentioned the temperature in Bermuda, but not about the dollar. So, what is the story by far? This is the story about two friends, okay? One is writer himself and another is Todd. So what happened? Once there was such situation in which Todd needed $1 to pay for the taxi. You know, he was about to go to Bermuda and he needed $1 and he asked his friend Stephen for it and Stephen happily gave it to Todd. Because you know, in friendship you do such things, but what was he expecting was nowhere wrong. He thought that I would give money to Todd and he would return it to me, but that's what not happened. Okay, Todd forgot about the money. When Todd returned to the town after 3 weeks and then Stephen meets Todd at the railway station, the author does not explicitly ask for the dollar. Instead, he puts in a word that they hire one taxi to go to Montreal. Stephen said that to remind Todd about $1 he paid for the taxi ride to Bermuda. Todd does not agree and then suggests that they walk. So he did not get the hint of the author. So what happened in the story? Todd took the money and he went to the Bermuda, and when he was in Bermuda he wrote a letter to our author, and author expected that he must have returned the money. When he opened that letter, he read the letter, there was nowhere anything about the money. Todd only mentioned that the temperature was nearly 100 degree, and he did not talk about money at all. So our author became a little bit of disappointed. 3 weeks later, Todd came back to city, and our author went to pick him up from the station. So now he did many things to remind Todd about his dollar, but everything went into vain. Nothing wasn't useful. So he asked Todd that we should take taxi to house just to remind him about the dollar, but Todd said that no, we should walk. So they walked, they talked about many things. Todd told him about his trip, about people, about everything, but he did not talk about the dollar. And our author was unable to forget his $1 that he gave to his friend. Okay. The entire evening they spent talking about Bermuda. All that while Stephen expected Todd to remember the $1 that he owed him, but he did not explicitly mention that. Perhaps it was the embarrassment in asking directly. Okay, so the narrator wanted money so badly. He wanted his money back, but he couldn't ask for it. It's the exactly situation. Sometimes it happens with us also. Sometimes we give something to somebody, but we don't feel comfortable in asking for even our thing. जो चीज़ हमारी होती है हमें उसे भी वापस मांगने में किसी से एम्बैरसमेंट फील होता है, संकोच महसूस होता है. It could be that in friendship one should not explicitly ask money lent to friends, and that too small amount like $1. Perhaps it is a shame to ask directly. ठीक है, तो ऐसा लगा हमारे ऑथर को कि it's a kind of shame to ask for such small money, and that too in friendship. Then he inquires about the currency in Bermuda and its value as compared to the American dollar. अब फर्स्ट चीज़ उसने क्या की थी डॉलर याद दिलाने के लिए, उसने कहा था कि चलो हम टैक्सी से जाते हैं. उसे लगा कि हो सकता है टैक्सी की बात करेंगे, पैसे की बात होगी तो उसे डॉलर याद आ जाए, लेकिन ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ. तो उसने सेकंड तरीका ढूंढा. सेकंड तरीका क्या था? उसने पूछा कि बरमूडा में कौन सी करेंसी यूज़ होती है और उसकी अमेरिकन डॉलर की करेंसी के कंपैरिजन में कितना डिफरेंस है. He expected that Todd would remember that $1. Todd seemed to have forgotten about the dollar completely. At dinner later, Todd says casually that Poland does not pay her debts. Stephen gives up the $1 from Todd. He adds the name of Todd to the list of people owing him $1 and have forgotten about it. Also, he gets a thought that just as Todd has forgotten to return $1, perhaps he himself also forgotten to return money he borrowed from others. So finally, Stephen gave up. He gave up the thought that Todd would ever return his $1. And he adds the name of Todd in the list of people who had taken money from him and they have forgotten about it. And while all these things were going on, he gets a thought, a very painful thought came to his mind, and that thought was that if Todd could forget to return $1, it might also be possible that he had taken money from somebody and he forgot to pay it back. उसे लगा कि ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है कि जब टॉड मुझसे पैसा लेके भूल सकता है तो ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि मैंने भी किसी से मनी बोरो किया हो और मैं भी वो चीज़ भूल गया हूँ. He does not remember any names. He wishes to start a honesty movement for paying the odd dollars. that he borrowed earlier, and he decided that he would start a back to honesty movement, and there he would write the names of the people from whom he had or he might have borrowed the money. Honesty is important. The author leaves a final comment in humor that he did not want Todd to see the copy of the book with this story and read this story. The moral of the story is that small or big, one should return the money owed to other. Okay, so this is the moral of the story, that it doesn't matter that you had taken $1 from somebody, you had taken 100 rupees from somebody, or you had taken 50,000 from somebody. If you had taken money from somebody, you must return it to the person back. That amount may be important for the lender. Further, it gives a great pain to the lender if the borrower totally forgets about the money borrowed. It also happens with us sometimes in real life. We give money to the people, but we can't forget that money. Even if it's 5 rupees, even if it's 10 rupees, it's hard to forget, because that money also matters to you. That money is also important for you. An honest man remembers the help done by friends. So here is the important points to keep in your mind. This is very important points that I have written separately for you all. This is the flashback of the story. My Lost Dollar is written by Stephen Leacock. So who is the writer of this story? Stephen Leacock. Who is the narrator of this story? The writer himself. Todd had taken $1 from his friend writer, who is also your narrator. Okay, $1 Todd had taken. He had not taken $3 or $4. He had taken only $1. He had taken it 12 months ago. That was 8th of April. And he forgot to pay it back. It's not pay it back, it's give it back. Okay. To meet Stephen in same old friendly manner. Stephen Leacock couldn't forget it. Okay, although it was a very small amount, Stephen couldn't forget about the money. Todd wanted $1 in change to pay for taxi to Bermuda. Means why did he want money? To pay for the taxi in Bermuda. Later on, Todd sent a note from Bermuda to his friend, but he only mentioned that the temperature was nearly 100. Todd wrote a letter from Bermuda, but he did not mention anything except that the temperature was nearly 100 degrees. Todd came back 3 weeks later. So he came back after 3 weeks. The narrator asked Todd about the currency used in Bermuda to remind Todd about his dollars. So this was one of the ways by which he wanted to remind Todd about his dollar. So पहला वे क्या था, कैसे उसने याद दिलाने की कोशिश की? सबसे पहले उसने कहा कि let's go with the help of taxi. Secondly उसने क्या किया? उसने कहा कि what was the currency used in Bermuda and what is the value of that currency in comparison to American dollar. He was doing all these tricks to just remind Todd about his dollar. The narrator used many ways to make Todd remind about his dollar, but Todd was clueless because he forgot everything. Todd met the narrator very often, but never gave hints about the dollar. Due to all this, a thought came to narrator's mind. And what was that thought? That he could also have taken money from somebody and he must have forget it. He decided to start back to honesty movement. This is something really important. He decided to start back to honesty movement. Okay. He wanted to note down the name of the people to whom he had or he might have taken the money. Now Todd is Major Todd of the University Club of Montreal. The narrator did not want his friend to read the story. So students, this was it about this story. Okay, if you haven't watched the original video of this chapter, My Lost Dollar, I request you all to firstly go and watch that video. I will add the link of that video in my description box. You must watch that video first and then come back to this video again. Both the videos are very important for your understanding, for the exam purpose, for everything. Okay, Don't forget to write your names and class roll number in the comment section. That's for your attendance. If you have any sort of confusion, ask me in the comment section. Okay. And next point is that in the next video we will again meet up with a new chapter of English language. Till then, take care, stay safe.